Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, Gwyneth Paltrow has been involved in the trial of the century, and I'm sure many of you have been following it a little bit. Well, the jury announced a verdict today, and also there were some really bizarre moments in the testimony in the trial. We're going to talk about it right now. We're going to watch a few things, so buckle up and let's go. So I'm here with Sybil, my faithful sidekick, and Sybil says, please like and subscribe. We'd really, really appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button. Gwyneth Paltrow, as a lot of you are probably aware, but for those of you who aren't, back in 2016, she was on a skiing vacation with her family in Deer Valley in Utah. It's a very upscale ski resort. And while she was skiing, allegedly, a man came downhill and slammed into the back of her. And strangely enough, now that's been several years now have gone by, this man has decided to sue Gwyneth Paltrow, claiming it was she who ran into him and caused him all sorts of injuries and brain injuries and other physical ailments. Initially, he had sued her for $3.1 million, but the judge dismissed a lot of those claims. So the suit that was currently going on was for $300,000, well, it's a big climb down from $3.1 million. And Gwyneth Paltrow, in turn, countersued, and all she was asking for was a symbolic $1 in damages, although she did want her attorney's fees covered. The plaintiff's attorney called Gwyneth Paltrow to testify, which is not unusual in this type of case, and they're, of course, trying to establish that Gwyneth Paltrow was liable for the alleged accident. What ensued was some really bizarre back and forth, where the plaintiff's lawyer kind of seemed like she was starstruck a little bit.
You were wearing goggles, a helmet.
Yes.
Okay, kind of looked like everybody else on the slope.
That's always my intention.
Okay. Probably had a better ski outfit, though, I bet.
I still have the same one. I was yelling at him.
Pretty loud. Pretty forceful.
I was pretty upset.
Right? You're small but mighty. Actually, you're not that small.
At one point, she's asking Gwyneth Paltrow about her height. And when Gwyneth Paltrow told her she was 5'10", they had a little back and forth. You can see that right here.
Since you're not down here, may I ask how tall you are?
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay. I am so jealous.
I think I'm shrinking, though.
You and me both. I have to wear 4-inch heels just to make it to 5'5".
Well,
so.
They're very nice.
But then the attorney was trying to make a point about the fact that Gwyneth Paltrow was only suing for $1 in damages, which incidentally is not unusual, but watch this.
I was not aware at the time.
So I guess the attorney was trying to insinuate that Gwyneth Paltrow was copying Taylor Swift by only asking for $1 in damages, and she went on to ask her, whether they were friends. So watch this clip.
Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
No.
You're not good friends with Taylor Swift?
I would not say we're good friends. We are friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before.
But like I said, suing for a token $1 in damages is not unusual, especially if the person suing is trying to make a point and is not really interested in the money. So that's not unusual at all. I don't know why she was making such a big deal out of it. It just looked ridiculous and foolish to me. Then the lawyer says something about how Gwyneth Paltrow is reputed to be a good tipper.
And I'm assuming, and you're under oath here, that you're a good tipper.
Yes.
Hey, fantastic. I wouldn't expect anything less.
And so, it went on and on, like some of these really, really bizarre exchanges. And of course, people were having a field day making like TikToks about it and turning some of these things into memes. But ultimately, it came down to whether the jury believed that Gwyneth Paltrow was at fault or whether the guy suing her was at fault. And Gwyneth Paltrow, on her side, had the fact that her ski instructor, who did not actually see the collision happen, but he was there, he filed a report the day of the accident with the ski resort where he clearly stated that she told him that the guy ran into her.
This is Christensen's report.
Yes.
It says male skier took her out from behind. Is
Yes.
that what happened?
Yes.
This report is accurate?
Very.
I didn't see it, but heard her scream as she went down. Do you dispute that?
I don't.
I skied directly to her. Did he do that?
He did, yes.
The man was behind her. Both were in discomfort. Is that all true?
Yes.
During lunch, she talked of being stiff and sore. Is that a true statement?
It is.
And then there's some text messages that they showed which were interesting.
All right, so it's 2:29, and this is, no one's thinking lawsuit yet, right?
No.
And that's you on the left with the G, and
Yes.
it says, can you read it?
It says, I came in. That guy sort of hurt me. I'm going to get a massage at 3. Gigi is here if he wants to come.
Okay, Gigi was helping with the kids?
Yeah, Gigi was our babysitter.
So you can see from that, you know, if Gwyneth Paltrow had anticipated, or this guy had already sued her or had threatened to sue her, and she had sent a text like that, you'd go, oh yeah, she's trying to CYA, right? Cover her butt. But this was a text sent, I believe, on that day, talking about the fact that the guy ran into her and injured her. So for him to now sue, was it 6-7 years later, and try to say that it was her fault, I think the evidence is pretty much showing that Gwyneth Paltrow has good, solid documentation from the time of the accident where she clearly has not changed her position that this guy ran into her. And it went out to the jury, and after they waded through all the medical testimony and all of the testimony from all the witnesses and from the parties, the jury decided that Gwyneth Paltrow was not liable. And I kind of anticipated that that's what would happen after I had read through everything and watched some of the testimony, and just, you know, you get a gut feeling that, yeah, this, something doesn't smell right here. And she came across as very, very credible. Did you guys watch any of the trial? Let me know down below. What did you think about it? Did you think she was going to win? Did you see some of the ridiculous stuff going on? Let me know what your thoughts are. Sybil is here purring away. She's like my ASMR goddess here. But thank you so much, you guys. There's another episode of the podcast that's going to be coming out, the Totally Gnarly podcast, this weekend. And I'm going to make another video about the weird stuff on Reddit. So be looking out for that. Thank you so much to all of our Patreon patrons. Again, you know I thank you guys a lot, but I really, really do appreciate it. My blind cat Jeannie she's had a heart condition, and I took her to the vet last week, and I know I'm digressing, but I just want to explain to you guys why it's so important to me. So she's required a lot of care, okay, and she's basically in hospice, although she's not like gonna die at any second, but I know the time is coming. And my vet said that she's a miracle kitty because he cannot believe that it's been a full year since she had her seizures and since she started on medication for her heart, because he thought she would be gone like within literally weeks. And she's still going. She had another seizure. I took her back and we've adjusted her medication a little bit, but I am hopeful that she'll be around for a little bit longer. But you know, most of my cats, I've told you guys before, are older, and so they require a lot of care. So the Patreon patrons and the channel members, I so appreciate your monthly support. It really, really helps. And it helps me keep these guys in good condition. So thank you guys so much. And I want to thank, somebody sent something very nice from the Amazon wishlist. I won't tell you what it is because I'm hoping that the person will identify themselves. But we got something very nice from the Amazon wishlist yesterday, and there was no gift receipt. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because sometimes Amazon doesn't put the receipt in, so I don't know who sent it. So if you meant to be anonymous, great, but thank you so much for your gift. You know who you are. It was a very nice gift. And if you did intend for me to know who you are, please send me an email to realmadcatster@gmail.com so that I can thank you properly. But you guys are the best community. I love you guys so much. Sybil loves you guys too. And I hope you guys are having a great spring. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.